But Tracy believes that when she comes back, her mom is gonna make her a famous child star. Cam is going along with it. She's essentially enabling Tracy's delusion. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god, I'm getting a bit emotional. Hey guys! I am Charlotte the Starlet. These are my girls, Angel and Glitter. And this is my little boy Seth. Today we're going to be reacting to The Story of Tracy Beaker by Jacqueline Wilson. Now, since I am a mystery/thriller writer, I don't just react, I review. And the way I do it is simple. If I like something, I add a point, starting from last video's total. And if I don't, I take one off. Right, let's jump in. It seems like Tracy is jealous. After Justine got back from going out with her dad, it says that Tracy felt really peeved at her for a reason she couldn't quite put her finger on. Tracy even admits that she has no problem when Justine doesn't get a visit and a day out, but when she does, it makes Tracy hate her. When Jenny, the head care worker, gives her the letter at the breakfast table, it says that at first Tracy was disappointed because she thought it was from her mum, but it turns out that the letter is actually from Cam. You know, the writer that visited the care home a couple episodes ago. Oh, right, okay. So, we are at the part where Tracy and the writer, Cam, who visited the care home not long ago, sent each other a few postcards and agreed to meet up. Tracy is going on about how lazy Cam is because apparently she was late. She suggested that they meet up at 10:35, but Cam showed up at 10:41. A whole 6 minutes late. Oh, the audacity, huh? I really think Tracy's just being a bit of a drama queen. Tracy's like, she's supposed to be a professional writer, but can't even stick to an appointment. I hate to break it to you, Tracy, but a lot of writers tend to have weird or bad sleeping habits. A lot of us wake up at noon and stay up writing until maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. I bet you're gonna end up doing some of this stuff, Tracy, considering you wanna be a writer when you're older. Anyway, the reason Cam and Tracy meet up is because Cam is writing about kids in care. And so she wants to interview Tracy, pretty much. And do you know what Tracy does? This is meant to be her interview, but she also lets Peter come along and be interviewed as well. Because Tracy figures that Cam could use a girl's perspective and a boy's perspective, which is pretty smart and mature for a 10-year-old girl who has a few narcissistic tendencies. Oh wow. Cam brings a tape recorder with her, which I guess is useful if she's going to be interviewing Tracy and Peter. However, it really dates this book. Like, I don't know when the last time anyone I know used an actual physical tape recorder for anything. Now we just all use our phones. Wow. After just 1 minute of instructions, Tracy's already figured out all of the tape recorder's functions, and she messes around with it for a bit. Right, so now that Tracy's had her fun, she, Cam, and Peter get down to business. Bruh, Tracy legit seems to be trying real hard to convince us that she is not all self-absorbed and narcissistic. And in order to do that, she let Peter be interviewed first. However, when Tracy says that, Peter backs away from the tape recorder like it's a loaded gun. I really like that simile. When Tracy tries to encourage Peter a bit, she encourages him to just tell his life story. But Peter says he hasn't got a story. He lived with his nan, she died, now he's in care. The end. Did Cam get that on tape? I don't know. Anyway, when Peter protests some more, Cam tries to comfort him by saying that he shouldn't let Tracy bully him into speaking, and that he doesn't have to speak if he doesn't want to, which offends Tracy. In her mind, she's like, I'm not a bully. I'm the one who gets bullied. I don't know if that's true, if I'm honest. Tracy is about to go off on a tangent about how she used to get bullied in another care home she was at. But just as she's about to go off on that tangent, Justine turns up. Looks like she wants to be written about too. Yup, knew it. First thing Justine says when she comes over is, "It's not fair, miss. You're letting Tracy show off like mad, and you're not letting any of us have a go." Tracy tells Justine to clear off because Cam has come to visit to speak to her specially and not anyone else. And even though Cam agrees that that's true, she does tell Justine that they can all have a turn with her tape recorder, which makes Tracy call Cam a gutless creep in her writing. Oh, I guess I can see why Tracy's a bit upset. If all the other kids are playing around with the tape recorder, Cam can't exactly use it to go ahead with her interview with Tracy, and they end up wasting the whole morning. Oh man, it's just one thing after another. While the kids are mucking around with the tape recorder, some of the other kids, the younger ones, want Cam to do another drawing with her Mickey Mouse pen, and then after that, the head care worker Jenny comes in with coffee for Cam and then Coke for the kids, and all of this stuff annoys Tracy and she ends up stomping off, which I guess I can understand. I didn't really at first, if I'm honest. I thought Tracy was just overreacting a bit, but I think I'd be frustrated too at this point. I know there were definitely times as a kid where I got frustrated in situations like this. Aww. No, Tracy's legit feeling excluded now. Like, when she stomps off, she doesn't even think Cam noticed. But she actually did. Because after a while, she sidled up to Tracy, despite having a couple of toddlers still clinging onto her, and suggested that they get started with the interview now. Oh wow. When Cam suggests that, Tracy's like, well, you still got all these other kids on you. Why waste your time with me? Like, damn. So then, in order to make it up to Tracy, I guess, Cam suggests that they go up to her room and do the interview there. Oh wow. You know how Tracy responds? She tries to act as if she's not interested anymore. Even though she obviously is. She's like, well, I'm not really in the mood anymore. But I mean, we can, if you really want to, I guess. The more I read of this, the more I realize Tracy's a bit of a tsundere. For anyone who doesn't know, a tsundere is a Japanese term for a person that acts all cold and standoffish at first, but secretly, deep down inside, really wants your love and affection. Oh, that's Tracy Beaker in a nutshell. Oh wow. When Cam tries to peel the other kids off her, they just end up clustering around her even more and complaining about how it's not fair all over again. No. What the heck? I think Tracy might actually be right. Cam is a bit spineless. When all the other kids start complaining again, Cam appeases them all by saying that they can all do interviews on her tape recorder. And you know who she puts in charge of it? Justine. The very first one to complain. I'm sorry, Cam, but please don't tell me you're actually, like, interested in becoming a carer for anyone, right? Because if you are interested in becoming one, but you're doing stuff like this, oh my days. I don't think it will work out for you. Oh, Tracy even tells her this as well, which I'm glad she does. She tells Cam that she's crazy for doing that because the other kids will wreck her tape recorder in minutes. But do you know what Cam says? No, they won't. I put Justine in charge. Bruh. You don't know her. You don't know any of these other kids. Honestly. Unlike Tracy, who has more or less lived her entire life in care, you're really just gonna brush her off like that? You are not getting my sympathy if anything happens to it, Cam. Oh, great. The other reason she thinks it will work is because she says everyone is only allowed a 2-minute turn on it. Have you met a kid before, Cam? If I had to pick anyone to be in charge of the tape recorder, I think I'd go with Peter, because he seems like a bit of a goody two-shoes. And I feel like those are the perfect kind of people for role enforcers, you know? Tracy is still trying to convince Cam that she's making a mistake, but for some reason Cam is so set on letting Justine be in charge of the tape recorder, and it's given me a really bad feeling about it. I don't know why. Wow, see what you done now? See what happened now, Cam? A fight between Tracy and Justine has started, because Cam forced Tracy to show Justine how the tape recorder works. At this rate, Tracy is never going to get her interview, which I feel is really unfair, because it's not like any of this is her fault, you know? All of this happened just because Cam couldn't say no. Oh, okay, so Cam and Tracy finally, eventually get up to her bedroom. Oh, this is a nice little detail. There's a sign on Tracy's bedroom door which says, "This room belongs to Tracy Beaker. Strictly private. Keep out on pain of death." And it will be a very painful death too. Who else had a sign like that up on their bedroom door? I have more than once had a sign similar to that on my bedroom door. Bruh, Tracy even has a skull and crossbones she drew on it. Oh, uh-oh. The description of Tracy's room sounds a bit like my room. It says that Tracy's room looks like a bit of a tip, actually. Now, in the writing, Tracy says, "I hadn't got around to making the bed and the floor was littered with socks and pajama tops and bits of biscuit and pencil sharpenings." Now, my room doesn't look too bad right now. I do tidy up my bed a little bit just for you guys, so I don't get clowned on. Plus, I just came back from hospital a couple days ago, and during the 2 weeks I was gone for, my mum cleaned things up a bit in here. However, there are often times where my room looks very similar, or even worse, than Tracy's. Oh, Cam doesn't mind though. unlike my mum. Oh, I love this. Tracy has this big old corkboard on her bedroom wall. It has tons of pictures of things she loves all over it. And do you know what's right in the middle? A picture of her as a baby with her actual real mum. And then all around that picture are stickers of hearts and stars. Cam sees Tracy's notice board and her picture of her mum, and she asks about her, which sets Tracy off on another tangent about her mum and how she's a famous Hollywood star, and soon she'll be jetting over to come pick Tracy up and see her again. And I mean, to be fair, from the picture, like, there's a natural drawing in the book. She does look like she could be an actress. Like, she's all blonde and skinny and has got these big, like, fancy earrings on. And so maybe that was what set Tracy off and made her believe that her mum really is one. Or Tracy might just think that to cope with being in care. Oh, yikes. I might have spoken a bit soon, because I didn't realize how deep this belief is. I don't want to call it a delusion, because that feels mean, but not only does Tracy believe her mum is a famous actress, she also believes that when her mum comes back, and we all know it's not a when, it's an if. But Tracy believes that when she comes back, her mum is not only gonna get her out of care, but her mum is gonna make her a famous child star. I feel so bad, you know. Like, I genuinely only feel pity for Tracy right now. I don't know if this is a good or bad thing. Tell me what you think in the comments. But Cam is going along with it. She's essentially enabling Tracy's delusion. See, and now I'm starting to get a bit uncomfortable. I mean, it doesn't seem that serious. Like, it does only seem like they're mucking around. Because Tracy, well, she goes off on that tangent about being a child star and everything. And then she starts, like, doing all these, like, cute little child star poses and stuff. And Cam plays along by clapping and cheering as she does. And like I said, again, that only enables Tracy. I don't know how to feel about this. Am I just taking this too seriously? Right, so from there, Cam starts doing an interview, but like a pretend one, right? Not like the serious interview she wanted to do at the start. She acts like she is an A-list celebrity interviewer, and Tracy is a celebrity child star. She says to her that she hopes she is still going to be a writer along with being the famous child star, and then asks her about a previous fictional character she made up, but then Tracy says that she's been too busy writing her autobiography, aka this book. Then Cam asks if this autobiography is strictly private. This question was obviously a hint from Cam that she wants to see what Tracy's written. And after realizing how many people she's shown, Tracy lets her, because she thinks of Cam as a friend, although she is very careful about which bits she gets to see, you know, because she has mentioned Cam in this book, and not always in a good, flattering way. Oh. Cam comes across a description of herself despite Tracy's caution. Oh, but she laughs. She isn't offended. At least that's good. After looking through Tracy's writing a bit more, Cam says that she is the one who should be writing about kids in care, not her. She thinks Tracy's better at writing than she is. Then Tracy asks Cam if she's actually made a start on the article about kids in care and stuff. But Cam admits that she hasn't and that it's difficult, which it can be, genuinely. A lot of people underestimate how difficult writing can be. Like, I definitely relate to Cam in this moment. Oh, right. The reason Cam hasn't is because the editors of the magazine want Cam to write a really sweet, touching, sentimental piece about the care kids. And Tracy actually agrees with the editor. She's like, yeah, that's the right approach. But honestly, where is this maturity coming from? Oh, actually, you know what? I think it's because Tracy has already been in many difficult situations in her short 10-year-old life. Anyway, Cam is like, oh, come off it. Ain't none of y'all sweet. You're all gutsy and stroppy and spirited. And because they're like that, that's how Cam wants to write it. However, she does know that if she does write it like that, it won't be what the editor wants. And then Tracy's like, it won't be what I want either. Once again, her maturity shows up. Tracy understands the fact that in order to make people feel for the kids and sympathize with them and for them, and in order to make more people want to adopt or foster a child, Cam has to portray them as sweet little kids. Otherwise no one will want to and no one will get fostered. Tracy's like, I'm past my sell-by date already. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god, I'm getting a bit emotional. After that, Tracy talks about how hopeless it gets for foster kids who are older than 5 or 6 years old, because their chance of getting fostered dramatically decreases. No! Tracy also thinks that she's got even less of a chance because she's not pretty. And on top of that, Tracy needs to be fostered, not adopted. She can't be adopted because she still has her mum. She's out there somewhere. Wow. Tracy is actually incredibly smart. After listing all those reasons, she talks about how important it is that she gets fostered, and soon, because if she doesn't, she'll become institutionalized. An institutionalized foster care kid is a kid that's spent so long in care that they don't know how to live in a normal home like a normal person. It's just alien to them. Like, by the time they hit 18, they won't know how to do anything, essentially. You know, they won't know how to do their own shopping, or they won't know how to drive a car, socialize properly, have proper relationships, you know. At least Tracy has hope and truly seems to believe that she won't end up being one of those kids. And by the time she's grown up, she'll be completely fine. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give that like button and the notification bell a little kiss. And subscribe to become a Starlet. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram and Tumblr. And if you have read something that you want me to react to, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Bye!